Most people think the best Wrangler investments are already too expensive. They're wrong. Today I'll show you 5 undervalued Wranglers that are quietly skyrocketing in value and most buyers haven't noticed yet. One has already doubled, another is rarer than a Ferrari, and the number 1 pick could become the last truly iconic Wrangler Jeep ever builds. Number 5 is the 1997 to 1999 Jeep Wrangler TJ. If you want the cheapest way into Wrangler collecting, this is exactly where you start. Hagerty's price guide clocked the average 5-year appreciation for the early TJ at 168%. That isn't a typo. A Jeep most people wrote off as an old commuter just outperformed most of the S&P 500 over the same window, and almost nobody noticed while it was happening. Here's what changed under the truck. The TJ marked the biggest engineering shift in Wrangler history. Jeep threw out the leaf spring rear from the old YJ and gave the truck coil-sprung suspension on both ends. It got a Dana 30 front axle, 4-link geometry, and the same legendary 4.0-liter inline 6 that Jeep guys still call the best engine the brand ever built. 290,000-mile motors are common on these trucks, which is why buyers keep chasing them across state lines, and rust-free examples are getting seriously hard to find. Most TJs from this window spent their entire lives getting salted through Midwest winters or beaten to death on the rocks. A clean one with original paint, an unrusted frame, and factory soft top is genuinely rare now. That scarcity is doing exactly what scarcity always does. It's pulling prices up quarter after quarter, and the trend line has zero sign of slowing down. Collectors who got priced out of the later TJ Rubicons are moving down to these earlier trucks, which is the whole reason the early TJ models are climbing so fast. The base Sport with the 5-speed manual is the sweet spot. You can still find drivable examples for $12,000 to $18,000, but a truly clean one now pulls $25,000 plus at auction. Sahara trims with the factory Desert Graphics package are pulling even stronger money right now. The play here is simple. Buy the cleanest one you find, drive it carefully, and let time do the work. Jeep collectors treat the early TJ the way Mustang guys treat the 65 Fastback. It's the design everyone remembers, and Jeep is never building anything like it again. The new JL is bigger, heavier, and stuffed with electronics. That makes the original TJ feel simpler and purer with every single passing year. Manual transmission examples with a factory hardtop and rust-free frame rails are the ones to hunt down aggressively. Original interiors matter too. If somebody swapped the seats for aftermarket buckets or ripped out the factory radio, you're paying for a modified truck, not a collectible. Stock configuration is where the money is going, and every year that fact becomes more obvious to the people writing the checks. Buy on matching numbers, and never overpay for a fresh restoration you can't verify with paperwork. Frame condition is the single biggest factor. Get under the truck with a flashlight before you hand over $1, and check the rear crossmember, the trailing arm mounts, and the fuel tank skid plate for hidden rot. Number 4 is the 2005 to 2006 LJ Rubicon. Jeep only built about 47,000 LJ Unlimiteds across the entire 3-year run, and less than 14,000 of those were the Rubicon version. That's basically nothing for a mass-market Jeep, and the collector market has finally figured it out over the last 2 auction seasons. The LJ was the 2-door long wheelbase Wrangler, 15 inches longer than a regular TJ. It gave you the classic round headlight design, the pre-electronics interior that made the TJ great, and the extra rear room that made the truck actually livable on long trips. Then Jeep dropped the Rubicon package into it. Dana 44 axles front and rear, electric front and rear lockers, a 4-to-1 low-range transfer case. That combination doesn't exist on any other TJ, and it's the reason serious wheelers call the LJ Rubicon the holy grail of the platform. Prices have gone genuinely crazy over the last 3 years. A clean 6-speed manual LJ Rubicon sold on Cars and Bids in 2023 for over $30,000. That same Jeep in 2017 would have moved for $12,000 to $15,000. Nice examples now regularly ask $40,000 in Arizona and Texas, where rust-free trucks are easier to find, and the Northeast market is starting to close the gap. Here's the piece most buyers completely miss. Jeep replaced the LJ platform with the JK in 2017, then made the 4-door Unlimited the default from that point forward. That means the LJ is the only long wheelbase 2-door Wrangler ever built with the classic round headlight body. It's a one-shot production run that Jeep can never repeat without a full retro redesign. and Stellantis has zero incentive to do that in the current market. The 6-speed manual with the factory hardtop is the version to chase. Automatics still climb in value, but the manual carries a real premium among collectors who actually wheel these trucks. Add the Rubicon package on top of that, and you have the top of the pyramid. Buyers who wait another 2 years are going to look back at today's asking prices and wish they had moved sooner. Rust-free LJ Rubicons are only getting harder to source, and demand keeps building as newer JK and JL Wranglers become forgettable to enthusiasts who remember what the TJ platform actually felt like to drive. The tell is the price floor. Even beat-up LJ Rubicons with 200,000 miles now ask $20,000. That floor didn't exist 3 years ago, and it's climbing quarterly. Watch the Barrett-Jackson catalog and bring a trailer for the next 12 months. The prices you see there set the ceiling price for every private sale that follows. Quick reminder, if you want to keep your Wrangler running for hundreds of thousands of miles, grab my 500,000-mile Jeep Blueprint. It covers the maintenance, inspections, and preventative fixes that save owners thousands. The link is in the description below. Number 3 is the 2012 Call of Duty MW3 Edition. This one is the wild card on the list, and probably the most fun to actually own. In late 2011, right after Modern Warfare 3 broke every entertainment sales record on the planet, Jeep dropped a special edition Wrangler built on the Rubicon platform to celebrate the launch of the game. The build sheet was actually serious, not just a sticker package. Every MW3 edition came with a 3.6-liter Pentastar V6, electric lockers front and rear, the 4-to-1 Rock Track transfer case, and factory 32-inch tires. Then Jeep piled on the theme. Modern Warfare 3 fender badges, embroidered front seats, a Call of Duty branded gauge cluster, unique semi-gloss black wheels, a spare tire cover with Call of Duty Elite branding, a power dome hood, and Mopar heavy-duty steel bumpers front and rear. Total production was 3,500 units globally across both the 2-door and 4-door body styles. That number sounds high until you realize how many of these got crashed, modified past recognition, or just driven into the ground by owners who never understood what they had. Original spec, unmodified examples with low miles are now genuinely rare, and dealers are asking real money for them across every major market. Here's why this one matters going into 2026. The Call of Duty franchise still commands a massive fan base, and Modern Warfare 3 specifically hits a nostalgia peak for gamers who were teenagers when it launched. Those same gamers are now in their 30s, they have real disposable income, and they're buying nostalgia at a serious rate. Clean MW3 editions traded for around $22,000 in 2019. Today, the same truck asks $37,000 to $44,000 depending on mileage and configuration, and one immaculate example just moved for over $45,000 on Auto Hunter. That trajectory looks a lot like what happened to vintage Star Wars toys, original Nike Air Jordans, and the first Sony PlayStation. Pop culture crossover products with real functionality tend to explode once the audience grows up and gets rich. The move here is finding one that still has the factory badging, the original gauge cluster, and the untouched Call of Duty interior. Modifications kill the value on these because the whole point is the pop culture provenance. If somebody swapped the seats or removed the MW3 branded parts, walk away every time. The stock configuration is what makes the Jeep collectible in the first place. An original sale documentation, the window sticker, and the numbered fender. Badge intact turn a good example into a great one worth chasing. Number 2 is the 2005 Rubyhara. This is the sleeper hit of the entire Wrangler world, and most Jeep guys have never even heard of it. In 2005, Paramount released the movie Sahara, starring Matthew McConaughey, and Jeep partnered directly with the studio to build a limited promotional run. They took the LJ Rubicon platform, added the upscale Sahara appearance package, and built exactly 1,000 units. Every single Rubyhara came in light khaki paint. Every one got a chrome grille, color-matched fender flares with matching wheel inserts, graphite Moab wheels, a Sahara-branded spare tire cover, upgraded two-tone premium seats, unique Sahara decals down the sides, taillight guards, and a numbered dash badge showing which of the 1,000 you actually own. Most came with a soft top and a hard top included in the same package from the factory. Under the sheet metal, it's a full LJ Rubicon, Dana 44 axles, front and rear lockers, 4-to-1 transfer case, and the legendary 4.0-liter straight six. Some came with the 6-speed manual and some got the automatic. Owners in the Rubyhara registry estimate only 200 to 300 ever left the factory with the manual gearbox, which means the manual variant has triple-digit surviving production worldwide, and that pool shrinks every year. Values on these trucks have gone absolutely nuclear over the last 3 years. In September 2023, a Rubyhara with 75,000 miles sold on Cars and Bids for $44,000. That was a driver-quality example, not a garage-kept museum piece. Concours-quality Rubyharas are now asking $55,000 to $65,000 in private sales, and the number of clean ones changing hands keeps shrinking every quarter. The reason this Jeep is going to keep climbing is the scarcity math, and the math is brutal. Only 1,000 ever left the factory. Between rust, crashes, and modifications over 20 years, active surviving examples in original spec are estimated well below 500 worldwide. That's Ferrari-level rarity on an American SUV nobody outside a small circle was paying attention to. And once mainstream collectors figure it out, that door slams shut. If you can locate an unmodified Rubyhara with the numbered badge still intact and the factory Sahara decals still on the body, you're holding a future six-figure Jeep. This one has the exact profile of a car that jumps from collector niche to Barrett-Jackson stage in the next 5 years. Verifying authenticity is easy. Call Imperial Marketing with the VIN, and they can tell you the exact production number and confirm it's a real factory Rubyhara before you write the check. Number 1 is the 2024 Rubicon 392 Final Edition. This one is the blue chip of the entire list. In 2024, Jeep confirmed that the Wrangler Rubicon 392, the only V8 Wrangler ever offered from the factory, was ending production for good. Then they built a final edition to close it out with a bang and a bigger price tag. Total global production was capped at just 3,700 units. Only 3,300 of those came to the United States. Under the hood sits the 6.4-liter Hemi V8, making 470 horsepower, which is more power than any Wrangler Jeep will ever build again from the factory. The final edition adds a factory lift, a worn winch, 35-inch tires, a factory air compressor built into the tailgate, Nappa leather seats with unique final edition badging, and a fold-out tailgate table. The MSRP was $101,890. Dealers marked them up to $115,000 and higher at delivery. Even at those numbers, they sold out in weeks, and the secondary market has already started climbing above sticker for the best examples with the right optioning. Here's why this Jeep is a lock to appreciate over the next 4 years. Stellantis is killing the Hemi V8 across the entire lineup. The Charger Hellcat is gone. The Ram TRX is gone. The Durango SRT is on its final year. This is the last V8 Wrangler anyone will ever buy new, and probably the last body-on-frame V8 SUV Jeep will ever build at all. Haggerty flat out called it a future collectible before production even ended. The comparison most buyers miss is the late Dodge Viper. Final year Vipers moved for 50 to 70,000 new. Today, low. Mileage final edition Vipers pull 200,000. Anytime an iconic V8 platform gets killed off by regulation, prices on the last examples eventually triple or quadruple as the surviving pool shrinks year over year. The play here is straightforward. Find one with under 1,000 miles, all original paperwork, the window sticker still in the glove box, and a completely unmodified body. Store it inside, keep the miles low, and hold for the long game. 6 figures is guaranteed by 2027 for clean examples. The over-under on where a fully optioned Extreme Recon Package Final Edition sits by 2030 is anywhere from $150,000 to $200,000, and the smart money is quietly already buying them off original owners at premiums to MSRP. The specific example to chase is a Hydro Blue Final Edition with the color-matched hardtop, the Sky One-Touch Power Roof, the Extreme Recon Package, and the 27J option group. That combo is the rarest configuration Jeep built. Fully optioned examples with under 500 miles are already asking $130,000 privately, and the sellers are laughing at anyone who tries to lowball them. So those are 5 undervalued Wranglers that I believe have the best chance of becoming tomorrow's collectibles. Which one would you buy today? Or do you think I missed a Wrangler that's destined to skyrocket in price? Let me know down in the comments. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that subscribe button because I post new Jeep videos every week. And don't miss the video on your screen right now, where I cover another topic every Wrangler owner should know. I'll see you there.